Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam, and you're watching Unlimited Options Investing. In this video, I want to quickly take a look at a couple of charts that are a little bit telling where the market could be going over the next month or month and a half or so. The first one would be the Bitcoin chart, and we're looking at the 4-hour time frame. So this blue line you're seeing over here was the previous downtrend that pretty much any time we would touch it, or we would touch the 20 or the 50 EMA, we would quickly get rejected, find supply, and continue going lower. What's significant about this line is this green candle over here back on February 4th, when we broke through and started to find support on what was previously resistance. And leading up to this point, we had this uptrend that for the time being is still holding. And in my opinion, we have a very key area of about 46,000, which we found rejection back on February 8th and February 10th. So if we continue respecting this uptrend, so eventually around the beginning of March, we're going to reach a crosshair. So as I always say on the channel, it doesn't necessarily need to wait until March 1st. We could zoom past 46,000, or we can break down below the uptrend at any which point. It doesn't need to wait the next couple of weeks. That being said though, if we do continue grinding up higher on the uptrend, it's going to be really interesting. Even you see with this uptrend over here, we didn't necessarily wait a couple of extra days until the 5th of November. We had that big increase just before it. So likewise, I also want to take a look at the NASDAQ, the QQQ on the 4-hour time frame. I know there are a bunch of lines. I'll explain to you in a moment. So this top line over here and this bottom line, they're both the outline of the ascending channel that was in play for a very long time, about a year and a half, since September of 2020. We broke that trend in the middle of January. We're in the middle of a correction, falling to lows on the 24th of January around 335. And I remember actually talking about the put call ratio. This is a totally separate note. But back on that same day, on the 24th of January, I believe was the top of the put call ratio. Again, meaning a lot of puts relative to calls were open, potentially signifying a peak of short-term fear. Obviously, the correlation isn't 100%, but just one indicator that I like to look at when things are really fearful or euphoric. But anyway, again, looking at that NASDAQ on the 4-hour time frame. So ever since we had broken the channel, we've been in a downtrend. We see resistance over here on January 18th, as well as a rejection at the beginning of February. And last week after the CPI data, we initially went up. It was a fake out, and obviously we've gone down ever since. So as of today, we see this hammer candle, and we see the wick extend to back to about 343. And this allowed me to create an uptrend. So we see back on January 21st, January 28th, and as well as today. And when I draw these uptrends or these downtrends, I try to connect at least 3 different points, whether it's the body or the wick of the candle, but just trying to connect as many points as possible to strengthen your argument for that being a trend toward the upside or the downside. So anyway, similar to Bitcoin, we now have a potential uptrend and we're having this downtrend. The super interesting thing that I'm seeing is that if this uptrend holds until March 14th, that will be very interesting. Again, this is why I love technical analysis. That's around the same date as the next Fed meeting, when they 99.9% are going to be increasing rates for the first time in a few years. With the economic landscape as it is, and just everything is just so interesting happening in the world right now, it'll be super interesting to see what happens. That's why I love technical analysis. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin, big tech, my technical analysis? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.